So the big bad Galactus is hitting spotlight caches this week, and that means for many of you it might be the first time you get your hands on this card. So I wanted to equip you with the very best Galactus deck, which according to the data on untapped.gg is this one right here, and it's pretty standard stuff. The goal here is going to be ramping up with either Electro or Wave to cheat a Galactus out early. Sometimes you'll have a Hobgoblin or a Nimrod in the mix first to support that Galactus activation or follow-up. Once you slam that Galactus and it connects, although do keep in mind, you now have to be winning the location for Galactus to work, and he has to be alone, unlike the old days of Galactus. But once you do, you have cards like Null and Death here as big follow-ups to help you secure that singular Galactus location. This deck also has a nice backup plan. With the Nimrods here, you can do Shuri into Nimrod, make some big Nimrods, then use Destroyer to wipe those out, duplicate them across the board, sometimes even following that up with a Null. So 2 different win conditions here fused together, and sometimes you'll just scrape together wins with like Shuri and Hobgoblin and Spider-Man and random stuff too, but ultimately this deck's got solid data. You know, it's not at the top of the meta necessarily, but it's good enough to climb. I actually was surprised how well this performed for me. It seemed like Galactus caught a lot of people off guard because it's not a card we see a ton in the meta right now. That may remain true early on this week, but once people start opening Galactus more in spotlight caches and he starts trickling into the meta, people might get a little more used to playing around this one, so just keep that in mind. But for now, at the very least, we had some super fun games with the Galactus, some surprisingly efficient wins with this card, and got some great highlights here for you in this Galactus Spotlight. Okay, yeah, good Daredevil. Wave would be really nice this hand with Spider-Man. We haven't done a... I've been playing for 52 minutes. We haven't actually hit... Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, let's put some power in for a potential Null. May or may not play a lot of cards into London, so getting the Galactus Connect is going to be risky. London's one of those where you don't want to play your early game stuff too early into it because you don't want to lock up your board, but with a Wave that changes because you're going to be playing a big card. And the problem is, if I play a big card in London, it's going to copy somewhere else, which means it might copy into the place that Galactus is going to be copying into. So it's a little bit iffy in that regard too. Okay, so I guess we are going to Galactus mid. That's our only option. If we're going to hit Galactus, it's got to go mid because Great Web's going to have a... Well, no, not necessarily. I guess I can pull the opponent's card here. Hold up, never mind. I don't actually know how Great Web works. Does it choose a person first or does it choose a card first? I bet it chooses a card first. I bet if you have more cards, you're more likely to be affected, I guess is what I mean. Yeah, Galactus is not going to work mid, so, well, maybe still Great Web. Great Web, come on. Don't screw me, Great Web. I need Galactus and Great Web. Don't screw me. Don't screw me. Pull the opponent's card. Pull the opponent's card. Nice, okay. Technically here... Technically this works. We need some luck though still, and we need the opponent to cooperate. Like, we need them to play mid and then it roll left. I think if they're heads up, they'll probably just play right, I think, but they may also be hesitant to play right because of Great Web. You never know. So we'll take our shot. We'll take our shot. A lot of ways this fails though. This could go very badly. Go left. Go left. Nice. Oh my god, now they have 2 occupied spots because of that Wolverine too. So well, I mean, obviously Spider-Man's insane too, but they're only gonna ever have 1 card anyway. Do I actually win with I need to make sure I'm winning with Spider-Man into death or whatever. I need to make sure that's actually enough to get there. I think we play this with it, right? Because if we're worried about like their own Spider-Man or something, we need to get big now, and they shouldn't be able to shut this down with priority, so there's no reason to hold on the death, I don't think. None that I can think of anyway. Oh, bro, that's actually sick. It makes the Wolverines even bigger, dude. That's cool. That's a way to stack a ton of power. I mean, sadly, Spider-Man still shuts this out because this is like the most toxic thing in the game still. Feel kind of bad, but yeah, that's actually really good. This game went super unlucky for them, to be honest, man. They got pretty unlucky. Like, I'm gonna retreat, dude. I feel bad. I'm gonna give them this. I don't care about my cubes. That game went so unlucky for them. Like, they're gonna be like, why is he retreating? What? Big hand again. I mean, this deck's always got big. I keep remarking how big the hands are, but that's just this deck. It just always has big hands. Big hands. Sanctum Sanctorum in a move deck. They might be a little frustrated by that. hard to bridge a gap there, but they can also just get stuff to it, which we can't. So a Galactus this game might be the sort of thing we actually really need just to be able to contest. Otherwise Sanctum may just farm us. I mean, we do have Nimrod technically to get to Sanctum. If we played Nimrod on 5 and Destroyer on 6, it's actually not bad. Especially now with Shuri, Nimrod, Destroyer. It's a pretty good line. Let's see what Expansion does, right? We want it to roll... Oh, okay, that's actually still fine though. We can just Shuri Nimrod right. We want this to roll Doc Ock. Oh, Black Bolt and Stature came out together. That is crazy. That's what a pair to come out together, dude. That's crazy. That's actually nuts. Okay, so they're going for the big Shuri there. This is like a Phoenix Force deck doing Phoenix Forcey stuff. I mean, I think this is definitely a Destroyer game for us. Just don't know if it's going to be enough. Like 12 power mid's pretty nice. I think. And do we put Destroyer right or Destroyer left? Destroyer left's not enough, right? It's only 27. They're 33. Although the Red Skull does. Oh, also we can just move these. Oh, dude, this is a sick play. They don't get destroyed because of the armor, and then Red Skull buffs. I mean, that's got to be enough, right? It's 22, 24, and 12 is 36. Plus another 8 is 44. I don't think they stack the second Taskmaster here. I think they play it right. In which case, I think we're happy. Yeah, Human Torch is a little extra, but I don't think it's 44, right? Yeah, it's 41. I think we're okay. They don't even have a Taskmaster. Okay, so we're definitely okay. We're winning mid and left. Yeah, nice. As long as I did the math right anyway. I think I did. It's like 44, right? Yep. Cool. Nice. Good win. Victory. The armor here really saved us. I don't know if we could have got there without the armor. This is only 31. We would have maybe just played Destroyer right, which actually does end up beating this Venom, but I wouldn't have expected it to win. I would have expected maybe a Taskmaster or something to beat me in that case. But it may have won anyway. Okay, Shuri does make Electra a little weaker sometimes. Warrior Falls could help us get our death in a good place. Shuri Hobgoblin's pretty fun though. Shuri Hobgoblin's even more fun. That's insane now. We could even put that right. It's pretty cool. We have Electro Nimrod as a line now too, as a possible consideration.
Wind aid my hand.
I mean, if Hobgoblin goes there, we just win it, right? Like, there's no way that doesn't win it. We don't need Shuri. Just Hobgoblin there? It's gotta be good enough, right? We could also do this and play for a Galactus. I don't know, man. It's the power. Is Galactus gonna win right? I think is the question. If not, there's still a decent Destroyer play as well, I guess. Yeah, this is probably a little better win condition, because if they play a big enough card here or a Juggernaut, then Hobgoblin may have trouble winning. Oh, this is fully C2, yeah. Suspicions were already arising, but now we know with certainty this is C2, which does mean usually they play something like a Blue Marvel. I mean, we're gonna find out, but usually they play something like Blue Marvel, which Galactus would actually be. That would only be 6 power here. Even if they went ahead and went Cerebro, we'd be fine too, right? Typically. Snapping into my Daredevil is a bold move, by the way. Like, a bold move, dude. So they'll have space for, you know, basically nothing. I'm gonna snap back just because, like, I don't know. I feel like I just want to snap back for rudeness, if nothing else. I don't know. Not that I think it's rude to snap, but I'm saying I'm being rude. So I don't think a C2 deck has any mechanism to beat this at all, right? Like, there's just no... Their max power normally in a spot is 24 anyway, and then there's no, like, I can actually just do Destroyers bigger. Holy crap, we have the Wakanda. Yeah, as we suspect. I mean, like literally, that's if you get full buffs from Cerebro and Mystique, which they can't do here. If they're playing Cerebro and Mystique, they're only getting 2 buffed cards. So their max power in that case would be like 12. Okay, this is a really nice early game hand for this deck. We have literally every early game card. Man. Super nice. Yeah, Daredevil can tuck in there. That's okay. We have right open for Galactus right now, which hopefully that'll be okay. If not, we'll figure something out. Fast, all right. So I could have an Iron Man that scales against a Galactus lane. You got to think about those things. Oh, no Galactus here, I guess. Well, we could Destroyer actually and create more space for Galactus again. That may actually even be the right play here. We'll have to think about this for a second. We don't have anything else good to do, so could just open up some space. Shuri without an Electro doesn't really have any lines. Yeah, let's do this, man. I kind of like this. It's a weird little sideways line for us. We don't normally do this, but it's gonna make Death playable. We could just do like Shuri Death in a different location, maybe. That'd be cool. Or still Galactus, obviously. Wong right. Okay. Oh, dude, their left is so closed off. It's like, do we go Galactus left on 6? Like, do we trust it? Like, dude. Or even Galactus mid, but Galactus left is even weaker for them, man. I think they could maybe play a White Tiger, though. That would put 7 here at least. Would I be revealing first in that case? No, they would have mid and left priority. We could do something like this instead, trying to stop this Wong and then just like Death left, or maybe Death mid, whatever we like better, but Death Electro or something. This is probably technically a better play, but it's sad because you don't get to play Galactus, but I think this is probably the right play. If it is a White Tiger, it always goes left. It's just Ironheart. Okay, that's still extra stats. So now mid is actually a little more favored for us. We could do like a little hedge here where it's like, well, you know, are they actually going to be able to play anything here kind of thing? You know, is it like Odin here, for instance, for 11, and then this just kind of wins, you know, that sort of thing? Let's try that. That's actually kind of fun. It's probably technically better to stack mid because we don't expect this deck to have a lot of power gain. On reveal decks, typically it's like Black Panther or Odin are their biggest plays. They have Bass, so you don't expect Black Panther or Odin really. I don't know what their actual. Maybe it's a negative deck who missed negative, isn't it? Yeah, that's probably it. Like a negative Surfer deck, which still shouldn't have a ton of big power. Iron Man, but he has nothing to scale off of, so. Oscorp Tower, we could give them our Electro. This happened to me so many times that I feel like I've never got to do that to my opponent, you know? Like I had that done to me countless times and I've never got to return the favor. One time, let me please. One time Electro, please. Wolverine left? It's a big risk. Oh, never punished, dude, never punished. One time Electro. Wakanda can create some interesting Destroyer plays. Not that we have any at the moment, but dude, why can that Wolverine have gone left? Think how insane that would be with Destroyer, dude. That'd be a 6 power card for me. It's nuts. Nuts, I tell you. Big Morbius, we don't have any answers to that sort of stuff. We need a home run mid, I guess. I don't know. Could that have hit the Morbius? Are you... Dude, I mean, they're locked up mid, but that Nebula still makes it hard to get there, you know, like hard to work towards. Man, this game is not going my way at all so far. I gotta put some real work here, man. Even if I go for a Galactus, I gotta worry about Wolverine. Like I got some problems, dude. What do I even play? I need to hit Galactus really for this next draw, or I think we're in trouble. Even then, I think we're in trouble because they're gonna want to play a MODOK left or these cards already. I am literally unable to Galactus, and now I can't Nimrod either. Well, I can still Nimrod again. Technically, yeah, man, we are, dude, we are just dead, dude. Absolutely cooked. Yeah, dude, we just don't have it. I'm just out of here. That was not the game. Sometimes you just got to be able to tuck tail there with the Galactus deck. Ooh, Limbo. Okay, that can be interesting with just Nimrod Destroyer and then like a Null. So we don't necessarily have to have a Galactus line this game. Mojo Worlds could make life a little weird though. It could be a hard one for us to contest. We're not great at playing a lot of stuff. The Nimrods do a little bit, but man, this hand is expensive. This is the most expensive possible hand I could have. Watch us get Spider-Man too. No Spider-Man, but Shuri's actually really nice. Like we said, this plays really well for the Destroyer line. I don't know if this needs to be a Galactus game necessarily. I mean, we can still think about it if we think we have like a really good chance to win Strange Academy or something. It could be a pretty sick Galactus. We'll have to think about it though, because Destroyer's really good too. I think we do this so that we have the Destroyer backup plan if we think, you know, for instance, if they played like 5 power in Strange Academy. Well, actually, Strange Academy is going to be emptied out this turn, isn't it? This turn 5. So Galactus on 6. I mean, oh, that Negasonic. Okay, yeah, no Galactus this game, but we're still very happy. I don't know if the Negasonic counter on the Nimrod's exactly what they planned, but we take it. Oh, we can still Galactus actually. I've been saying, I forgot we can still Galactus. I mean, there's no way, right? They're not gonna play a 7 power card here. They could play a Legion maybe. Even if it backfires though, just a turn 7 Destroyer or Null is still really good. So it's not even like we're overcommitted. Let's do it. This is insane if it works. This is, oh my god. Yes, dude, let's go. This game has gone very south for them. Now, if they do have a Shang-Chi, that is certainly something we might have to think about. We could maybe go for Hobgoblin to play around Shang-Chi a little bit. Oh, the game's over. I'm an idiot. I forgot we were destroying Limbo too. Oh my god, I forgot we were wiping out Limbo because I talked about Legion, but it didn't happen. Oh my god, dude. Perfect game, perfect game. Galactus, you're a saint, dude. I love you, Galactus. Okay, wave early can be good. We actually don't have any of our great like wave payoffs though. In other words, it's not one of our big 6 costs. Actually, Nimrod Rickety Bridge is a pretty cool line. We could just go for that and say like that's how we win this game. We're not gonna be Galactus gamers necessarily, although finishing on a Galactus Rickety Bridge could also be cool. Electro Murder World's pretty cool. That lets us get Nimrod next turn. Now I will say this is one of those instances where this is actually probably better because we get rid of the Nova sooner. This is one of those instances where sometimes it's just nice to have the Electro power. I think everybody is so gung-ho always to destroy Electro, but with Death in our deck in particular, I mean, the odds of us wanting to play 2 cards is pretty high, so. In this particular deck, pretty good to kill your Electro, I'd say. Some decks though, like Electro Sandman Ramp, you don't need to always. Just keep that in mind. Some people get too excited to go for the Electro. Yeah, I mean, we can just Nimrod this, that's fine. And maybe like Spider-Man or Hobgoblin right. Death is playable, not great just yet. You know, I don't think the opponent's necessarily going to be itching to play the Rickety Bridge, so we could maybe wave there this turn. That makes Death notably cheaper as well. Oh, dude, we just have a Galactus read now. This is just if they don't have enough power right, we just go right. That's going to be great. 5 cards will be destroyed too, so Death will be super cheap. We don't have the Spider-Man Galactus payoff, but we could go like Hobgoblin Death sort of stuff. Yeah, that is way too small. Okay, cool. So this is perfect. Good Galactus. Boom, boom, boom. We're always drawing Chavez this turn, so we know what we're working with, right? Like we have a fixed kind of fixed setup here. I guess Death is probably the payoff. I think Hobgoblin's too risky because Angela, they want to stack as many cards as they can, and this is a bouncy-esque or Sarah-esque deck with those sort of cheap options. And this still dodges Shang-Chi sort of too because we have the Nimrods. I mean, they aren't always big enough, but typically, you know, 19 power anyway is really good. Yeah, perfect. I like this game. Easy. Calling your shot with a Daredevil there makes life super, super easy. Okay, Gamma Lab is a pretty fun spot because sometimes we can just say like, oh, you went hard at Gamma Lab, sorry, we're gonna own you elsewhere. So I may just like play Daredevil mid. You can still put Electro left. This is a safe-ish spot for Galactus somewhat, but not really because it's hard to win priority there, huh? Yeah, let's actually put Daredevil mid in that case. Yeah, the opponent's going a little bit there. They're gonna get the Electro off of that Mirage, which I'm not too worried about at all. That's actually gonna be a fine spot for Galactus given the Electro. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty chill. We'll play Nimrod mid. No, we want Nimrod left. Never mind. Nimrod left, the Galactus right. Probably gonna know what's going on, but Daredevil's gonna give us full information anyway, so not a big risk. I think they'll play the Electro here, right? Why wouldn't you play the Electro here? It's just a free energy bump into Gamma Lab. Okay. Yeah, Nimrod left is chill. Not a big buff Nimrod or anything, but we just want to get it down in time, I think. This will definitely show our hand. Like, the opponent's gonna know what's up. But it doesn't matter, because we have Daredevil, so we'll know. If they play around Galactus, we'll do something else. We'll like Spider-Man, and then I don't know. They don't actually have a good backup plan. Nimrod's left for Galactus, so I don't know. He's not very good elsewhere. Magic, okay. That's gonna get wiped out by Galactus potentially. Visible Woman mid. That makes me think they want to go mid with their cards, not right. They may also feel like right's a little bit of a liability because of Grand Central. Like sometimes you don't want to overcommit right or risk stuff right. So in that case, Galactus may have an even better opening. What do we think our opponent's deck is, though? Mirage, Magic, Invisible Woman. Too hard for me to tell so far. I really have no idea. Could just be like Dark Legion stuff. Onslaught mid. Okay, well that's great for Galactus. If I do this, I actually could maybe roll Destroyer accidentally off Grand Central. Like there's some risk here. I mean, Null as well is actually kind of risky. It's huge, but it has counters. I think we have to, but Grand Central is gonna wreak a little havoc with us here because we're gonna have a full board. Like whatever gets our final, like the opponent's gonna have reaction privilege here, basically, because the Nimrod's giving me 3 cards. That's something I did not think about when we set this turn up. Like, not that it matters much, but my thought is they might be like a Living Tribunal deck. I have like Iron Man stuff. Yeah, Shuri's actually really bad. That was the worst result. Spider-Man was insane. Destroyer was, I think, acceptable, and Spider-Man was, or Null is insane. Shuri's bad, but I think 21's still enough despite that. I think we're okay. 21's really hard to beat here from an empty hand on turn 6, so I don't even know what you, this is a very hard to react to set of stuff too. There's no like Shang-Chi targets, there's no Enchantress targets. I don't know what you have that handles this. Unless you have your own Null, maybe. They fist bump this. Let's fist bump back. Victory. Oh, dude, Shuri's Lab with Nimrod is insane. It's so insane. Space Stone Spider-Man could create some opportunity, but it's like risky. It's like, oh shoot, are they gonna play it on 6 or sooner, sort of thing? I think we still want to go Shuri Nimrod. I just, is the wave even worth it in this case, right? Like sometimes the wave is just going to enable them more than it enables me. In a Bishop deck though, they probably don't have a lot of great wave plays. Maybe a Sarah would be the best outcome here. Let's do this. I don't know what to make of it. A Destroyer or a Galactus. These Nimrods don't do much yet. We would really want Destroyer probably, although Galactus can work. It's a bit risky. Destroyer we think for sure works. Is that what is that? A Sarah mid? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's very easy to beat. Can I just win this on power because their Shang-Chi is going to be useless garbage, you know? Like their Shang-Chi's not going to be able to do anything to this Nimrod. And if they can't Shang-Chi the Nimrod, can they possibly win left? Because like, are they going to have enough power? So in other words, just play whatever mid, a Chavez or something. I guess we're not getting a Destroyer, by the way, because we know we're drawing Chavez. Okay, even more likely here. They're gonna lock up left, so we're just gonna have a fixed. We know exactly what's. Oh, never mind. Scarlet Witch changes everything. I mean, this probably just wins, right? 22 is a long way to go, even with doubling effects, because they only have 4 spots. So there's no like crazy hit monkey pop-offs. It's not impossible, I wouldn't say, if there's like exactly like Maximus type stuff in their deck or something, but I think it's gonna be a challenge. That's big, but not enough still. Like a Nova they can destroy or something? It's not enough. That's not enough either, man. Yeah, it's really close. Like, don't get me wrong, really close. This game kind of whiffed for us, really, other than Shuri's Lab, but just kind of got there. All right, a good early rock. Let us know who's boss. Everybody's favorite location, Subterranea. I wonder if we feed stuff into Hollow here. Probably not Daredevil. He has obviously some upside, but we could feed like a rock or even a Nimrod into Hollow. Armor. Okay. Creates occasionally some Nimrod complications. Yeah, without an early Galactus in hand, I like Electro better typically. Ooh, we dodged the Cosmo. Let's go. Good stuff. I mean, they're not gonna play the Hollow, right? So we know Hobgoblin can't go right. We know Galactus can't go right. I'm just trying to figure out how to win this game now. Like, I think we gotta win off power. Yellow Jacket Dracula, that's wild. That's actually crazy. Like, Destroyer here could still enable a Galactus, but we're running out of draws, obviously. So Spider-Man here could create a really nice win condition. Just either left or mid, lock that up, and then use, well, actually only have really Chavez elsewhere to get power, so maybe not as easy as we think. But we'll see, we'll see. Rock +0. Oh. Okay, this is actually pretty good, because now we know Spider-Man wins mid, and then Chavez is going to have a pretty nice advantage left. Because we're going to be at 11, and they've got to make up 16, basically, in just 6 energy. Now, actually, Red Skull's really good at that, so I'm not going to say this is guaranteed. Red Skull could actually be kind of insane. Because if he's silenced, he's big. But we actually might be just big enough in that case. Oh, it's Destroyer, bro. Dude, that is not quite big enough. Whoa, I forgot about Destroyer. Cosmo armor definitely points to Destroyer. Holy crap. Whew. Man, scary game. We just barely did anything and just got there. That's kind of fun when this deck wins with a backup plan. It's always a good sign when your deck can fail and still win. Like, that tells you it's got some bones, you know? All right, good stuff, good stuff. Electro Hobgoblin's a cool start. Raft, we're not too great on, but we are great on Electro Hobgoblin Galactus. We can even put that left so the opponent's not... We're wanting Courage to play at number 2. Hobgoblin goes even more negative, so we have some pretty cool upside there. Okay. Actually, I probably should have played Electro left. I wasn't expecting to care a lot about priority here, but it actually does kind of matter. Okay, thankfully not a Galactus deck, it looks like. Because this is giving them a power boost, you know, but I think it's okay. We'll be all right. This feeds a Null rather nicely, too, which is good, because I don't have a lot else going on. Don't Odin me. Don't Odin me. Don't Odin me. Arnim Zola is actually really bad for our Null. Crap. I mean, Galactus still wins here, which is cool, but our Null just got tiny. It does make our death a little cheaper, I guess. Like, that's nice, but the good news is, though, this deck's typically a deck that doesn't have a lot of singular threats other than Black Panther. You know, like maybe an Odin or something is the biggest card they're typically running. So I bet if we just go... I want to play something small to perhaps dodge a Shang-Chi. I don't think Shang-Chi is very likely in this deck, to be honest. So that's perhaps not a huge risk, but we'll just play a Spider-Man because he's just like 2 power or whatever. If they play just like a big card, Death covers it. If they play like a Shang-Chi or whatever, then Spider-Man covers it. I guess they just happy to give it to us. Okay. I feel bad if people are like demoralized, like just end it in the game. Maybe they forgot it was turn 6. I thought that seems unlikely.